What it do, YouTube? Today's video, I want to chime in with a quick impromptu video. In today's video, I want to talk about the order at a chaos ritual. Yes, the order out of chaos ritual. All right, so if you didn't know, what I'm saying, the order at a chaos ritual. So basically, what that is these organizations, aka politicians, politics, many bloodsuckers, you know, um, these other like media groups, all these individuals that's tied into one entity, you know, they use chaos magic to complete their rituals, cause and effect, duality. So with these school shootings and these mass shootings that's been happening frequently, it's all using chaos magic. That's why when you do gematria on the situations, all the numbers line up into the same exact patterns because these are nothing but huge psyops that are most definitely real. It's a psyop to mess with your mind, but the victims in the psyops are always real people that always die, real shit. And sometimes they do use clones, but that's a different separate story right there. So look, check it out. So with the chaos magic, right? Like I said, they had these events lined up for years, tens, 50, 20s of years in advance so they can have like different things set up so they don't have to scramble at the last minute. Like, oh, what we gonna do? What we gonna do? No, so they can already have it set up, right? And they carry out these ritualistic killings to get people into emotional trance, in emotional trance. And in that emotional trance, what happens is people's minds start to flash, and it's like they go blank and they kind of freeze, right? It keeps them under that illusion, under that spell of being hypnotized, aka hypnosis. Under hypnosis, and doing these type of things, they pick certain longitudes and latitudes, aka certain areas that have a certain altitude, have a certain longitude and latitude, so the coordinates can line up to the ritualistic numbers. Now, a lot of people don't know that they're going to be a pawn in like these ritualistic movies or killings, so to say. Crisis acting. See what I mean? They call it crisis acting to get people to think that these people are actually acting out a crisis when it's the complete opposite. When people are actually really doing rituals like with the school shooting that just happened in Texas. That was real. He really killed real kids. He really killed real people. But the thing is, all the numbers and shit line up in the gematria, and they'll say, "Oh, that's nothing but crisis acting. That's nothing but crisis acting." The whole time, crisis acting is nothing but a dummy word to get people to think that it's just some big staged event when it's staged, but they think they gonna say it as in staged, as in it's fake, as in it's set up to be like that, but it's set up to be like that, except they killing real people. And hold on real quick. So they always say it's crisis acting, it's staged, woo woo woo. But that's nothing but a dummy word to throw you off from what's really going on. It's like they gonna have these crises going on, right? And they gonna call it we acting out a crisis. The whole time it's it's like the Hegelian dialectic or reverse psychology, basically saying like, oh yeah, we gonna say this, the whole time it's the complete opposite. So basically what I'm trying to say is this. They gonna make you think it's a completely staged event. The whole time it's staged, but they acting it out. But it's gonna be real casualties. It's gonna be real victims. This is what they do. They call it playing in a movie. Real shit. And they use words like crisis acting, and they use words like staged to throw you off. So you think it's just, you know what I'm saying? You thinking it's just it's just some bullshit they crisis acting. The whole time it's a real crisis that's happening. The whole time it's a real crisis that's happening. It's just they want you to think that it's an act, so they call it crisis acting. The whole time it's an actual crisis happening, and it's playing out how they want it to play out. So that's why they call it acting. Do you get it? Crisis acting, but it's a real ritual that they're playing out. That's why they call it crisis acting. Crisis actors. You get it? It's a sinister plot twist. It's a sinister plot twist, and I hope that makes sense how I just explain it, because I'm trying to explain it the best way I can. Like, I'm trying to explain it to you one more time. I'm pretty sure some people gonna peep it, but I'm saying, like, for example, these killings and shit that's going on, these mass shootings, like, the average motherfucker say this, right? I don't know if that's real or not, because the government has played with our minds and our antennas, our hair. They have played with our hair, our antennas, for so long. You see my aura in the camera? You see that shit coming out my head right there? You see that shit? That's my aura, man. My pineal gland is completely open. But anyway, they say, like, for example, average motherfucker gonna be like, I don't know if that situation real. Like with the mass shooting, I don't know if that situation real, because the government has played with our heads so much and fuck with us so much. You don't even know what's real or what's fake anymore. That's because that conspiracy shit. You see what I'm saying? I told you that conspiracy shit will fuck with you. I told you that. What else? What else is you'll have a situation like this be complete bloodbath, a complete real situation. That shit ain't real, bro. That's just a distraction. The whole time it's real. See, look. Oh my God. Let me break this shit down to you. Look. The shit that they do is 100% real, but it's a ritual. So they doing something to get something done. That's pretty much what a ritual is. You do something to get something done. Technically, in English, you do something to get a result. You know what I mean? Smoke got my eye. But anyway, you doing something to get something done. So when they do these rituals, they let people speculate and shit like that. You know what I mean? And you know, motherfuckers speculate the wrong shit. Motherfuckers ain't speculating the right shit. So What happens is they do a shooting like this, you know, it was staged because they picked the location where it was gonna happen. They picked the person they knew that had the perfect traits to be a Manchurian candidate. When I say they, I mean the FBI and the CIA. You know what I mean? Because they program these people mind with MK Ultra, Monarch, mind control, to control them. And it's a show on Adult Swim. I don't know if they still show it, but it's called Venture Bros. They actually have a lot of references to the Monarch Butterfly and mind control in that cartoon. You know what I mean? So look that up. It's called Venture Bros. Like adventure, except for the ad. You just got Venture Bros. It's kind of a weird cartoon, but they got a lot of hints in that shit regarding that Monarch Butterfly shit. But But yeah, so they know what location, they know what date it's gonna happen. They know who they gonna program slash be a Manchurian candidate. They know who they gonna pick to be their Manchurian candidate slash who they know they gonna program to carry out the shooting. They know all this shit. So yeah, it stays in that aspect. But when they actually carry out the ritual, they're actually so-called acting it out, but it's really happening. So that's why they call it crisis acting, and crisis actor is just another way to throw you off. So you think, oh, bro, they just acting, bro. This shit they just acting. Yeah, they acted out the ritual, but it's really happening, and they're really blood sacrificing people. This is how they do it in plain sight, point blank, period. The word crisis acting, all that shit has been debunked. I just broke that shit down, period. Period. That's what they do. They say they acting it out, but that's no, they're not saying they're acting it out. They call it crisis acting to throw you off, just to call you a conspiracy theorist. They that's another word to throw you off because really what they're doing is they're acting out their ritual. A lot of people don't even know that they're in this ritual. That's why they call it the term. Do you want to play in a movie? Let's play in a movie. You will look good playing in a movie because you're gonna play in a role. They're acting out the script, the ritual, but you don't know that you're going to be the one that gets blood sacrificed. You see what I'm saying? And that's why they call it crisis acting. They got crisis actors because they got people that's acting in this real crisis. That's a part of the setup. That's a part of the play. Crisis actors because they're really acting in this crisis. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Wake the damn up, man. You know what time it is. Breaking this shit down. That shit just fucked me up.